Are you very hungry though?
Do you not want to eat your shoe?
Friends are looking tasty though.
Surely they are edible.
No, 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 no!
Monster, monster, cooking the monster.
Cooking the Monster is proudly presented by Herbert, Matly, and Kistrix.
Monster, monster, cooking the monster tonight.
Welcome back to Cooking the Monster. In tonight's episode, we're going to continue our series covering the undead. In this episode, we're particularly looking at zombies and meaty undead.
We're defining meaty undead as undead that have still a lot of meat on them. That meat is moisture filled. So it's not desiccated, it's not freeze dried, but it still has some moisture in it.
The flesh of zombies is not always like hung meat. Now, hung meat is left out for a period of time in the elements, but is stored in such a way that it discourages the growth of bacteria on the meat itself, and so saves it from rotting. Typically, hung meat will be eaten within a 20 to 30 day period.
Hanging the meat concentrates the flavor. Enzymatic activity will still continue on, and it will cause breakdown of some muscle tissue, which will make it more tender.
Very supple and very delicious. It's really highly sought after. Now, of course, most zombies that you find in the wilderness, or meaty undead as it were, will not necessarily be stored in the most ideal conditions. They could be left on the ground of a forest floor, or thrown in a peat bog, or any old tomb, really. But environments where the meat will be more palatable are environments where there are supernatural evils around that would scare away a lot of the larger predators.
So, preparation of zombies. Firstly, clean your meat. Secondly, it's probably worthwhile trying to magically or otherwise cure poison and disease. Thirdly,
Change the flavor. Prestidigitation is amazing.
and fourthly, just cut it, serve it, fry it, stew it. It's delicious.
Another thing to note when consuming zombies is to try and ascertain what position they had been lying in for a long period of time. Unlike conventional butchered meat, you're unable to drain the blood from them before the cell structure starts to break down. The moisture will tend to congeal and collect at the bottom of the carcass, which means by taking your cuts from the top of the carcass, you'll find it's already been naturally drained.
Now, these are a couple of tips for when you want to eat, or have to eat, or want to eat zombies. We'll be passing you now for some more advice to Kistrix from the Wild Wood Apothecary.
With some of these meatier and fleshy undead creatures, I think it's really important to be using fragrant antimicrobial herbs. This is also going to help cover up the flavor as well as cover up some of that bad bacteria. A really great traditional mix is using ginger, black pepper and long pepper. These are antimicrobial and also toxin clearing herbs. Ginger is also a really good antiemetic, so if these meats are going to make you feel a little bit sick, it's going to stop you from vomiting. The other herb I'd use here is witch hazel. It is an astringent, it is a styptic and an antimicrobial. As an astringent, it's going to be very drying, so it's going to balance the wetness of the meat, but using too much might create kind of cotton mouth feeling.
Thank you for watching, and if you've got any recipes you'd like to share with us, please leave them in the comments below.
Monster,